Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube and the Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide. Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the show. How you doing, Alicia?
I am swell.
Swell.
I'm swell.
You realize you're dating yourself when you start using vocabulary of that.
That is older than I am, oddly enough. I think that's like a 1950s slang. Well, things are sure swell.
You're swell, and I'll up you there, and I'll say,
gosh, golly darn it,
I'm pretty groovy myself. So. It's been a week. It has been one hell of a night. We got some surprises. We got some debuts. Lots to talk about in this episode of Impact Wrestling this evening. But let's talk a little bit of news first. Of course, we're missing Bill tonight, and we don't have anyone else.
He might pop in. We'll see how his connection goes.
He's on the road. So he's I believe he's on the road from work. He's not actually traveling for wrestling, although strange
surprise.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was hoping he was going to join me for the live reaction. I'm like, hey, it's been a while. I didn't realize he was traveling. So, well, nonetheless, we'll see.
Yeah.
But hey, how about that news? Let's talk about some of the stuff that has popped up in the news in the last few days. One of the biggest things to catch the eyes of Impact fans is the announcement of, I want to make sure I give this the proper title because I have not memorized this yet. It is the Multiverse United. Only the strong survive. That's right. It is the show announced for Impact Wrestling and New Japan during WrestleMania weekend.
That's wild. Like, I knew they were planning something, but wow, they really hit us with the 1-2 left, right? I don't know terms.
With the uppercut. It is live on. Now, I don't know exactly how they're going to do this, Alicia. It's live Thursday night on Fight TV. So I'm imagining it's going to be live. Well, I don't know the time of the show. Let me quick look.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, what time's the show? Because the WrestleMania weekend shows run from morning, noon, night, dusk, dawn.
It's starting. It's locally there. It'll be 8 p.m. Pacific time. So then you go back. So 6 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock your time. So
so I'll be at work. I probably won't even get to watch it until later.
So
I keep forgetting that WrestleMania weekend.
Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. That's right.
Oh,
Justin Miller says 10 p.m. Central, J-Bone, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. Yes.
So I will get to see it. Okay.
Depending on how late you want to stay.
So then, but will a regular airing of Impact go on as well?
I imagine there will be. I guess it'll be the go home show, which will be kind of weird, but still pretty fun nonetheless.
Well, it's wild. It's gonna be fun. I might not be able to stay up to review it because that seems like a lot.
Yeah, right. I hear you there. Let's talk a couple of these matches that are already
announced
for the show. We've got the world champ Josh Alexander versus Kushida.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for that.
Wow.
But another match that has even more people talking is Will Ospreay versus Mike Bailey. Talk about a co-event right there. My God.
Wowzers.
That people are already saying that is the potential for match of the year. Bailey's already saying, yeah, it's going to be match of the year. So, hey, it's bragging rights.
Who am I to argue?
Exactly. We also confirmed for Multiverse United, we got New Japan's Jeff Cobb battling against Impact Wrestling's former world champion, Moose.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm sorry.
Sorry. You.
Well.
Roll.
Let me come up with a different reaction. Oh, shit.
I don't know
what. That's crazy.
What?
It's going to be a hell of a show. No, I'm serious, though. Like, watch it, guys. You're going to want to see it.
Oh, man. So we got, what else? I'm reading the wrong paragraph here. Okay, here we go. We got Trey Miguel guaranteed for the show. Ace Austin, Chris Bay, New Japan represented by Kenta, Rocky Romero, Minoru Suzuki, Clark Connors, Kevin Knight, and Fred Rosser. Guys, if you don't know what Fred Rosser's doing in New Japan, you got to go check him out. News also hit, just real briefly, want to mention this. Yeah. Oh, snap, says Armin. It's so funny. What is that you always say? 3 snaps and a Cheerio or whatever?
Oh, yeah, give it 3 snaps and a Cheerio. 5 flaming briquettes.
That too. New Japan is opening another school. Now, I think this is a different level school. Like, I feel like Shibata is running the school where you're really getting going in your career, but it's also humbling you at the same time. There's another school that's opening from Kushida and Fred Rosser. So it'd be really interesting to see like who comes out of where. So some news there.
Welcome.
What is next? So we'll keep an eye out on the news as far as other matches getting confirmed for that. Lots of stuff. Someone in the live chat that I just came out of from the live reaction, someone was saying that how is Speedball going to do that? Because just hours before this show, he's going to be doing the what's that one where they're like actually fighting? What's it? The GCW?
You're asking me? Oh, you're Bloodsport. You said where they're actually fighting, and then you said GCW. I'm like, yeah, Bloodsport.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know what they do though.
I don't know, but he's gonna be. No, Daniel William Clark, not Mortal Kombat. That's Jiminy Christmas. So that's pretty funny though. One piece of news that and some people were talking about this, thinking that this might have been Matt Cardona's last match in Impact Wrestling, but he didn't get killed off in this episode. But
you don't always die. Well, we shouldn't be using these words.
Right.
TOS.
I mean, he did have a rough night. He really did.
He seems like he's having a rough go of things for sure.
Yeah. But one thing that we do know for sure is that he was filing, for those of you that don't know, he was filing for the trademark of Zack Ryder. Apparently, WWE did fight it, and Matt Cardona is backing down from the fight, which is completely understandable. That's a tough one to fight. So going forward, he will stay known as Matt Cardona. So if that maybe puts a few things to rest on the rumors of him leaving, I don't know. But it was interesting that he was trying to do that. So, yes, Bunkers. He got left out in the parking lot. Poor guy. Yes, rough night. Before we continue with the news, I do want to say thank you. We did have some super stickers. All right, we had a super sticker from Heel Punk Trace. Thank you. We also had a big super chat from Bell's Boy. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So, yes, just a reminder, super chat, super stickers, those kind of tips, more than welcome. They help support the show. If you're on Twitch, you can sub, you can cheer bits, you can do all that kind of stuff too. But most of all, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. That helps the most. Critical Sting says new merch. Yeah, there's always new merch lately. They are really kicking out the merch. Last one I saw was a Brian Meyer shirt that looked pretty good. Trent's wife asking, where's Bill? He's on the road. He's on the road with bad Wi-Fi. That's all we can tell you. That's all we can tell you. What else? Oh, yes. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate that. Deanna Perrazzo, we got an update on her contract situation. According to Fightful, she is going to be sticking around for at least the next calendar year of 2023. So, great news there.
Happy to have her.
Yeah. And if she does somewhere down the road, she decides to say sayonara, then what are you going to do?
So be it. It's wrestling. That's the business, baby. I also don't give a shit enough to talk about people's contracts. That's none of our business. I've always stood by that. So
I hear you.
I understand that it's news, but
it's
who's news?
Fans
like when did that come into the liking of wrestling? I don't know.
It's when kayfabe was killed, Daddy.
It's not dead to me.
It's not. It's still real.
Stop. I was just gonna say, Jinx.
It's still real to Alicia. You owe me
iconic.
You owe me a Coke.
Nope. I pulled my cord out of my headphones. So that's cool. That's interesting. And
I think that's
such news.
I think that's pretty much it. I'm just quick scrolling down here. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, one thing I did quick see this, and I just wanted to just bring it up and throw it out there to the TNI verse, if you will. Mm-hmm. I always get notifications when oh God, what the hell is his name? Chris Van Vliet. Sorry. When Chris Van Vliet
comes the interviewer guy?
Yeah, the interviewer guy. Exactly. That is exactly who that is. He has a new interview with Matt Morgan. How's that for
wow.
Yeah. Remember the blueprint of TNA?
No.
Come on.
Why do you think you got an enthusiastic wow? I'm full of wows tonight.
Oh,
hope you're ready.
Daniel Spencer, I am so sorry. Thank you. I got a friend of the show, Daniel Spencer, in the chat. I was chatting with him earlier today. Yes, thank you. Shout out to Allison and Frank for being named Impact refs for 2023 So happy to have them on the team, quote, Daniel Spencer. So there you go. Fresh faces. We saw a lot of new fresh faces on the show tonight. And also,
did we?
fresh faces on the crew, big picture wise, as in ring, but as refs.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard positive things about Allison. I've also been seeing Frank in several different companies. He was at MLW for a while, then he was at AEW for a while. So great to have him, well-traveled individual in the ring as part of the company of Impact Wrestling. So congrats.
Yeah.
That's
Yay.
great. That's always great to see. Great to see. So hope you are well, Daniel. For those of you that don't know, it was his birthday yesterday. So give Daniel Spencer some
birthday,
love.
belated.
Chat. Yes. Yeah. Put some D's in the chat for Daniel Spencer. I don't know. Is that a thing? Do they do that?
Oh, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what any of it means.
That's for those hip people.
I know W's is wins.
But I'll tell you who never misses a party is this gentleman right here, Mr.
Bill.
Front Row Bill.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
You made it.
He made it.
Jinx, what the hell?
What's that?
The brain cells.
Buy me a Coke.
Better late than never. That's all right.
Hey.
How you doing, Bill?
Doing okay. I actually went to one of my a previous laptop because there was some issues. I was about to go on the phone, but I'm like, you know what? Let me dig out the old computer here. So I was able to get on via there. So
there you go. Looks like it's working.
Yeah. It's a little Impact Thursday. So going the extra effort, and I just came on seeing happy belated birthday to Daniel Spencer.
Yes.
The official TNI referee.
Always breaking up the TNI fights. Hence the classic picture of Bill and I up here on the wall of the bone. I don't know how else to say that, but anyways. I want to get your thoughts on the big announcement real quick, Bill, on this Impact New Japan show. What do you think?
I know there were some rumblings the last week or two that there was going to be something maybe in Vegas for the tapings involving New Japan. And obviously we'll get to that news later because we know there is a connection there. And that obviously will probably be the beginning of the lead-in to this now show. It seemed like there was always going to be an Impact show during WrestleCon, and there's always been a New Japan show the last couple of years, so it made sense. But you never know until it actually becomes official. So obviously very cool. It's a little short notice. Obviously, if you're already out there, fantastic. Can't miss that show, but we'll see. I know a couple people were contacting me today. I don't know how many people will be able to kind of pull it off last minute because I remember I was at a show last Friday and I had a friend that was looking to go out for Mania before obviously this show was announced. They were just like the flights from like New York, Jersey out to California during that time are astronomical right now.
Really?
So we'll see what happens.
I hear you. So are you actually saying? I'm glad I'm sitting down for this. Are you actually saying Front Row Bill may not be front row for this one?
It's a distinct possibility, JesSICKa. You never say never. You never say never. Tomorrow I will see because the tickets go on sale like to the public, general public tomorrow. I may hop on. I may see what's available, and if something were to happen, who knows? Then it may be cashing in those miles, baby. But we'll see. Because if it is, it'll be a very short trip. If it is, it will be an in and out. If it is, we'll see what happens.
Are you saying you would go there specifically for this show and not take part in any of the Mania madness, brother?
Oh, that's 100% true, JesSICKa. Now, like there was times where I've done maybe 2 days, times where I've done 3 days, times where I did the whole week. Obviously, next year Philly, do the whole week, obviously. But we'll see what happens. If I do it, it will be a very quick trip.
Gotcha.
Maybe a show earlier that day because that's a Thursday show. So maybe something earlier Thursday and then that show and back the next day.
It's interesting. It is interesting that it is Thursday night, and so we're actually getting an impact on AXS TV. That'll actually be like the go home show for that show, in a sense. But so that, and then that'll be live, because at first when I heard the announcement, I thought it was going to be live on TV, but no, it's going to be live on Fight TV. So
yes. Which is Fight TV is where they did the multiverse of matches, correct? They did that was live, or I don't know if it was High Spots Network. Maybe I'm not sure exactly which one had it last.
I'm pretty sure it was Fight. Fight's been.
Yeah, I think it was Fight last time.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I'm sure eventually it'll wind up on Impact Plus as well. So.
Oh sure. It just won't be on Twitch.
It definitely won't be on Twitch, J-Bone. Come on now. That's a
but
spot.
We're on Twitch. We are on Twitch.
So
we appreciate all our Twitch followers and watchers. And
it was Fight. Thank you, Justin.
Yes. So yeah, let's dive into tonight's Impact. And as we can talk about the surprises as the news, but I don't want to cover stuff. There's so much of it tonight. Let's just go through the episode and we'll talk about stuff as we hit it. So
did you hit all the other news, J-Bone?
I did. I talked about Deanna.
Okay, yes.
that she is signed through 2023.
Nice.
What else? I brought up something else. That show, of course, that we just talked about. And I feel like I'm already missing something. Oh, there is this wonderful action figure that takes you back to the old days of course, this is WWE, but of course, I'm thinking of NWA TNA. I might make this a custom, the old Ken Shamrock.
There you go. The first.
Yeah, which wouldn't be very hard. So I might have to get a couple of these guys, make a custom and one in box.
Well, since we had the belated birthday boy in the chat, did you talk about the officials for this year?
I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Talk about that. Yes, that is the other thing. My brain is gone tonight.
You got blown away by the show, J-Bone.
I was. Well, this whole week has been crazy. This new job is just wiping me out.
The working bone.
Yes, the working bone. Yes. So just a little bit right before you came in, Daniel Spencer, friend of the show, said, "Shout out to Allison and Frank for being named Impact refs for 2023. So happy to have them on the team." Zebra emoji. So yeah, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, great to see. Great to see new faces in the company, including ones running the matches.
Yeah, consistency is key for things like that.
Right. Again, so low for Ken Shamrock in the chat. Pretty cool. All right.
No, they are going out to Vegas, so you never know.
Oh, I think
it's Shamrock territory.
It is. Doesn't he have his own like fight dojo now or something? He's got something going on.
I believe he does. Yeah, because there was that angle with Moose years ago where he was attacking everybody there. So that wouldn't be a bad thing.
That's right. Yeah, that was a few Bound for Glories ago. Yeah. All right, so we start out this episode of Impact Wrestling, and Matt Cardona. And this is just the start of a horrible night for Matt Cardona. This poor guy, First he
great for the fans.
Great for the fans. First he's knocked out of the whole trademark thing for Zack Ryder. So he's coming to work like, oh jeez. Then he thinks he's getting shrimp shrimp cocktail. Some shrimp cocktail.
Like a good shrimp cocktail.
Oh, it's been a while. I think it was Christmas. I think I'll get some this weekend. He thinks he's getting the grand, the grand showing backstage. He's like, I'm Matt Cardona, and they're like, oh, sorry, this is for Joe Hendry. He's like, what? So he ends up in the closet. It's like a broom closet, with a big sign on the door. Employees got to wash their hands. Those looks like
Cardona in the closet.
Just a bad situation all around. Poor guy. Closes the door on his face. He's like, hey. And I'll go over the other segment. It was another segment or two real quick. He's talking to someone backstage like, hey, can I get a better dressing room or something? And he's like, oh yeah, come this way. And he leads him outside. He goes through another door and he's outside in the parking lot. He's like, what is this? He said something about, I didn't catch exactly how he phrased it, but changing in the parking lot or something. He's like, well, here you go. He tosses his bag to him and he's locked outside. This poor guy.
That was the whole angle with Cardona tonight. Just like classic wrestling trope. Like very old school, like it almost felt like Bobby Heenan trying to get in the Raw. He was trying to get into a locker room.
It did. Yeah. That's a great comparison. Or I was going to say, someone's championship getting tossed in the river or something. Classic stuff there. All right. So we start out the matches tonight with Brian Myers versus Dirty Dango. Or should we say Deputy Dango? What? I love it.
He may or may not be the deputy.
If it's up to Santino, he's going to say no, but I don't know. He might be tugging on some heartstrings there. Maybe we'll get that sooner rather than later. We'll see. What did you guys think of Brian Myers versus Dirty Dango?
Go ahead, Bill.
Well, Dirty Dango, once again, good to have him around under contract. I thought they had a nice match here, nice opener. Obviously, they have some history, worked together for quite a long time. Obviously, the ending where he went outside and got stuck in the apron, you don't see that much, but when that happens, that obviously changed the momentum of this one. So him to hit the roster cut outside and then followed up in the ring and hit another roster cut. It was a deserved win for Brian Myers. And as we see kind of throughout the show, maybe there is a little bit of a distancing from Myers and Cardona. Because remember, early on in Impact, they were enemies.
Yeah.
And then, but it was really Myers is more of the heel in that when it was good guy. Matt Cardona, but now it seems like who knows? Maybe a Myers face turn at some point. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one thing I did forget to bring up in those little segments is that Myers ended up being. It looks like he's a believer in Joe Hendry. Talk about a rib. And all it took was a little bit of shrimp cocktail.
Well, come on. It is, as he said, very catchy.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Gonna ruin my life. I don't know. I think it's a good move to just throw Dango into the fray of things. He already seems like he fits in, and although he didn't get the win over Myers, he had a good showing. And again, like Bill said, it's good. It's good for Myers to get this one. So overall, a good way to start the show, huh?
This is for to get in that contenders match at No Surrender.
So now Brian Myers is one of the contenders. So it was good to see Dango in there, but for him to win and already be one of the number one contenders for the title,
Too soon?
Probably too soon.
Yeah, too soon.
Obviously, he's doing all the stuff with Santino. in the back.
Deputy Dango. Deputy Dirty Dango, or is it Deputy D Dango?
Ooh, could be either.
That's tough. That's tough.
All I know is at some point we will get a Shop Impact Deputy Dango shirt.
Cool.
Oh,
and it will fly off the shelves.
I'm sure it will. Hot seller.
You know, I might.
And we'll get into it tonight because we haven't talked about the surprise yet. But there's already a Shop Impact shirt for said surprise.
I'm sure.
Are you serious?
If you look it up, you'll know what the surprise is.
But it's hot. It's a hot shirt right off the presses.
Oh.
And it's too sweet.
Oh. I gotta look. Oh, you know what? There is also a Valentine's Day knockout photo bundle.
Say what?
Yeah, 6 signed 8x10s for $65 plus shipping.
Is there?
I just saw the shirt bill. Oh my god. Sorry. Very excited.
Did your head just explode? What happened? I gotta look. Now I want to see. What is the.
All right, you know
like,
what?
He might have to do a share screen of Rooney.
You know what? I'm just gonna do a share screen of Rooney.
Save me the trouble.
Here we go. Present share screen of Rooney. Oh, the wrong song. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a Kenta Go to Sleep Club shirt. Oh my God.
Wow.
And it does come in 3X. Yay. I'm sorry. So yeah, that is a great. Okay, so and I know we're gonna jump around with this a little bit, but that has to do with one of the match announcements for No Surrender. It's Bullet Club versus the Time Machine. So we're getting Kenta, Ace, Austin, and Chris Bay versus Motor City Machine Guns with Kushida. Oh yeah. My God. So, I mean, and if Kenta's getting a shirt in Shop Impact, I'm guessing he's sticking around a while.
If we look at the history, the last time this kind of similar thing happened was when Time Machine had their first match together and a T-shirt was immediately available.
Yeah.
They had one match, but then Kushida stuck around. Like he went away, but then he came back. So I think this does mean you're going to get more than a one-off from Kenta. I think, obviously, I don't think they're making this just for Kenta at Vegas and then the show at WrestleCon. It feels like there's going to probably be a few taping cycles.
Well, if he's in the U.S., that'd be great.
Yeah.
He's going to be over here for wait, does he live in the U.S. or did he?
I don't know. I know he's done a few different go-arounds in the U.S. Like he's done a decent amount, but I'm not sure of his current. I don't want to speculate.
Okay. Just curious.
Seems like he's going back and forth, but I'm not sure where he's staying.
Yeah. So he okay, so bonus baby here says Kenta is listed as a participant in the Impact New Japan show. Kenta versus Macklin. Anyone? I think Macklin.
Yeah, Macklin called them out on social media earlier, so I think there's a very good chance. Macklin.
Is that the appropriate reaction?
That's one of them. Yeah.
Wow.
Keep going. We'll pick one. No kidding.
You gotta remember, Alicia, that
I'm just here for the review.
Kenta is the originator of a certain finishing move.
Yeah, I know all that.
Stole.
But that's all I know. And so, whatever.
We never did get that classic match between the two, did we?
I love it. Oh,
always-
he's
people
the originator of that thing, as if wrestling isn't just a carbon copy of every fucking move ever done
That's all it
in the
is.
history of ever.
But
But
anytime
yeah,
we can throw
pop
shade
off,
on
sis.
scumbag.
Well, like, it's old news. Why would we still go there? Petty ass bitches. That's what.
That's right.
It's a petty ass bitches.
Hey, there are those petty ass bitches in wrestling, but hey, I'd rather be
Hey,
a
there's also one other.
To me, you will always be Edge's bitch.
beat me to it. There's also that too. Yes.
I'm terrified of. You know what? It went from being like, oh yeah, that's great. Joe Hendry terrifies me. That guy is worse than Michael Myers.
Really?
You never know what'll show up.
At first, it seemed harmless and just like all a good fun. He's Joe Hendry. Doesn't everybody love when he ruins your life? And now it's starting, and my palms are sweating. I'm terrified. There's just something unnatural about it. And I'm starting to see.
Turn that and go heel, and because you could go back and watch it from the beginning, from people dying, marriages breaking up.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, like that's
motivating.
What is Joe Hendry doing? he's like I said, he's like an evil embodiment of evil. I don't. Joe Hendry's
Tell us
evil.
how you really feel.
He's evil. He's wicked.
Maybe
I don't believe it. If I say I don't believe in him, maybe he'll go away.
So is it is it one of the scariest things on television when his song is over and they do the quick zoom?
Oh, the radio, the New Jersey radio DJ named Joe Hendry.
You know, when he's
everywhere.
He's holding the mic and then he does the turnaround and they do the quick zoom in like, hi.
It's unnatural.
Is that terrifies you? Is that
yes?
That gets you? Okay.
Listen, the boogeyman checks under his bed for Joe Hendry.
He could have. Hey, say his name. He's like,
I said it too many times.
Or Beetlejuice.
I'm terrified. Oh my god. Are we even at the Joe Hendry segment? We got to move on.
That's the main event. No, we got some.
We got to just go.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just let's roll.
You can breathe. We'll be all right. All right. So Myers beats Dirty Dango. Then we get.
Oh, will you really just go?
Okay. Giselle Shawn and Jay Vidal. Just messing with people's meals. Just rude.
Oh,
just rude.
That's how you get your fingers broke. Don't you be putting your nasty ass hands in my food.
Right? So then Deanna Purrazzo is like, No,
yeah,
the hero we need.
We don't need.
She's from Hackettstown. There's a lot of good food in Hackettstown. We don't fuck around.
We don't like lunchroom bullies in this company. So she just has. You okay there?
Well, don't forget.
I am the fucking greatest.
This is true.
You gotta just go. You don't gotta stop for everything. Just roll.
Okay. Just making sure you're all right.
I'm gonna live.
Just gonna live. Oh man. Well, Giselle Shaw ends up wearing someone's lunch, and according to Santina Barella, it needs some salt.
Yeah, very good line by Santina.
I think
needs salt after he
kind of goes. Giselle's
very good.
Yeah, taste testing. I think Giselle Shaw was feeling pretty salty after that segment, honestly.
Oh yeah.
All right, we continue. Next, we get Gia Miller with Trey Miguel talking about his feud with Crazy Steve, and all of a sudden, Crazy Steve is appearing on all the TV screens.
Looks like Trey is having a hard time keeping his cool about Crazy
he's not,
Steve.
He's not Trey Cool tonight.
He's
No.
Trey Cautious.
He's Trey crap in his pants.
Yes. All I can say with this whole thing is that we're getting more Steve, and I can never complain about that because I feel like all around he's a well-balanced character, wrestler, everything. So yay.
Or
He is.
Steve.
It's like Trey's like, oh, you want to get crazy? And Crazy Steve's like, do you want to get crazy? And Trey can't fathom what that means. You know what I mean? So it's exciting.
He does know his name, though. First name, Crazy.
Crazy
Middle
ass
name,
Steve.
Ass. Last name, Steve. Crazy ass Steve.
And he would agree.
Oh, yeah.
But
Totally.
It's almost like we're talking about the shirts and stuff. They almost got to make a shirt of the Trey Miguel logo in blood that Crazy Steve did. Pretty cool looking design.
I did like that.
I didn't see it.
That was the
Yeah, it was
design
like the
that showed up on the
TM,
TV.
but with blood kind of dripping off it.
Yeah,
I missed it.
But it's cool.
you gotta see it. It's pretty cool.
Sometimes I'm looking at the wrong part of the screen, you know?
It just to make sure it doesn't freak you out, Alicia, just pretend it's like raspberry jam coming out of the logo. All right.
Listen, hey, buddy, I see more blood than the average person. Relax.
All right.
Settle down, J-Bone. Settle
Mike.
down.
I imagine telling a woman, hey, there might be blood. Okay. That's monthly.
And I thought you were talking about deathmatch wrestling.
That too. Wow.
Yeah, well, you've never been to any death match wrestling shows, have you?
Me?
You?
What? Where have you been?
Oh wait.
I've been to the last two XPW shows. I go to GCW. Well, GCW used to be deathmatch wrestling, but now, no holds barred. I go to all the stuff. I like to get hit with glass flying off of a light tube on a Saturday night, like a real lady.
Come on, that's fun.
Yeah, well, sipping tall boys.
Learn about your TNI family.
Well, dude, not for nothing, but
No,
what?
I know.
Is you
See,
are
Gabrielle, she's
interesting.
in favor of the blood as well.
Gabrielle gets it.
All right.
You know.
I know. I had to hear it first. Anyways, next we got the Good Hands, Jason Hotch, John Skyler versus Tommy Dreamer and hardcore country herself, Mickie James. Some intergender action here.
That.
This was and I said this during the live reaction. This certainly wasn't match of the night, but it's a lot of fun.
A little fluff match. You need a little filler sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime you got Tommy and you get a little
Well, I just say anytime you get Mickie, but okay.
Yeah, anytime you get Mickie, but come on, you get Tommy.
Everything else.
There's a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. You got it all going on.
There you go.
And the Good Hands, and I'll say this: when they're coming down the aisle, Skyler, not bad on the mic. Good job.
He's been around the block. People don't realize this. They're like,
But you don't
"Oh,
really hear
this
him
guy."
talk a lot.
No.
During his first Impact run, you barely heard him speak. So
Well, they let him speak while being a bit player in a bigger storyline. So that's pretty epic, right?
Yeah. So I think that is something to kind of keep an eye on. I think that's more than we've seen. Obviously, they're not victorious tonight. Wouldn't expect it. But in furthering the storyline, but it definitely got some more, some great, honestly, time in front of the camera tonight. So kudos to the Good Hands.
Right.
In a tough spot.
Yeah, you're going up against some veterans, and hey, it's just one more thing that's going to make this team stronger in the long run, right? But Tommy Dreamer, how does Santino say it? Tommy the Dreamer. Tommy the Dreamer, and yeah.
Dreamer of Tommies.
Thomas of the Dreams.
The dreams of Thomas's is Victoria. Next we get
predictable but fun.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny Swinger in the back with Ziggy Dice.
Oh, and this was great too.
Oh man, Santino's coming up to him, and they're trying to figure out who he could get a victory over, and here comes Deputy Dango. Here comes Deputy Dango.
Oh, real quick, let me stop you there.
Okay.
Bonkers points out that you overshot Bully and Masha.
They do, yeah. They come in at the end of the match.
Oh, I missed taking a note on that. I enjoyed that. Sorry, I missed that. My bad.
And Masha
Bone doesn't always get it. Thank you.
The old snowplow on Mickie.
That's why we love our audience.
I was hoping Masha would have taken a different path.
Oh,
not a good one, but just not one in Bully's direction.
Don't work with Bully.
Well, I mean, she.
It's just terrible.
Last week was creepy. This week was more.
Okay, I can accept it.
It wasn't creepy this week.
It was.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
So, yes, Mayor. Thank you. Mayor is also another one that points out everything I miss. It's like,
and that will be one. If you notice, it seemed like it cut off suddenly. The end of that segment. It may have been just for the live audience, so I won't speak too much of it. But I feel more happened after that in the ring. But not sure. We'll see. But
you think we're going to get some exclusive footage?
There could be. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe on the socials. So
okay. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, let it ride.
Wait a minute, Bill.
Hmm?
Did you do another favor for Tommy Dreamer and jump the railing?
No, I would never do that again. Maybe.
Never.
Yet. Never. Never say never. It's wrestling, right, Bill?
Only when asked every time.
We'll have to wait and see.
You know how to hop a guardrail? Well, does a bear shit in the woods? Let me tell you.
Does a cocaine bear do it?
Does a cocaine bear do a bag of cocaine in the woods? You know, the funny thing about that, can we just side trail for a second? Because it wouldn't be us if we didn't. The true story about Cocaine Bear is that the bear did the cocaine and died immediately. And so this movie coming out is a complete fabrication of what could have happened if the bear didn't die upon ingesting all that cocaine.
It's like a Quentin Tarantino. It's a reimagining.
I can't wait to watch it. I think all of us should watch it. We should do a movie review about it.
Oh, definitely. I'll take it. Opening
night. I plan on watching Cocaine Bear.
TNI goes to the movies.
It would be fun.
And then it will come on and it'll be like, hey, where's Tony? Oh, forget it.
Oh.
It's a plot twist. It's an M. Night Shyamalan documentary about Tony Khan. Because of all those funny jokes about him liking that booger sugar bit.
Tony Khan, he's the most professional. Oh wait, never mind.
It's wrestling.
Gotta have fun with it.
I feel like you don't leave your house if you don't know that about wrestling.
What's booger sugar?
It's when you snort pixie sticks.
Hey, I did that in high school. Oh wait, that's another story for another.
Yeah. Anyway,
this explains a lot about J-Bone.
Demonetized.
Rich Swann has a great promo next that and this is actually something we've talked about quite a bit on podcasts from time to time. The fact that Rich Swann, after being defeated by Kenny Omega when he lost that Impact Wrestling Championship, never got his rematch. And this is a great way to bring that back and talk about that this is, the story that when he lost that this has been eating him up ever since then. And he hasn't been able to quite get back to that. So the fact that they put that in a promo surrounding Rich Swann's, heavyweight championship journey and to where we are now, I think is great storytelling.
The cat agrees. She's saying Rich Swann will ride again, or will fly again.
Agreed. And as Critical Sting's putting out here, there was a PSA. There was no rematch clause to the Omega match. And as we learned from Rocky, Creed versus Balboa.
Oh, I thought you meant
going to be no rematch. There ain't going to be no rematch. So that's kind of what we're getting here.
Well, against Omega.
No, and although I got to admit, I don't know how the TNI fan was feeling about it, but and once again, obviously, I think we're all pretty big Rich Swann fans, so I get it. He never got a shot. Good reasoning to get a title shot. He's the #1 contender, but seeing that footage of his loss and kind of that title reign that eventually Josh brought home, but we all remember what happened with Christian Cage and all that. It still doesn't sit right with me how a lot of that went down.
Yeah, I hear.
And it was kind of bugging me again. Well, rewatching it, it's like
it's not the smoothest of stories that ended up, with the championship coming back.
It just has so much potential because Kenny was so good in Impact, but they didn't know how to end it.
Right.
And this ain't on Impact at all. But it was the transition of him dropping that belt was just so tough. And
and
it did feel like Rich got screwed in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm definitely buying that.
And yes, Oreo agrees. Rich was absolutely screwed. That's she just she just bounced off a wall. She just she is beside herself.
Cats are bouncing.
Facts,
yes. Right, Oreo? Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Story time with
Oreo knows it's
with
TNI.
Oreo. She does. She was jumping off my monitor earlier. She was like, all right. It's booger sugar time. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I know. All right, we continue. We get it. The introduction of Steph DeLander. And we get a quick promo from her in the ring before the match. So
Not common.
No, not common at all. But now here's the thing that dear God, here's the thing. Always entertaining. Is she the newest Impact Wrestling knockout? Or is this a one-off? I feel like this was all leading up to her getting signed because she had a promo last week and everything.
It would make you think that. I think we're going to have to stay tuned to find out.
Okay.
But it does feel like more than the usual, like that amount of screen time, cutting promos. It would seem like if that's it, that'd be surprising. But so I think we will see her again. Just when, don't know.
Because I was impressed, and I know she came from NXT, but I am not familiar with her NXT stuff. So, but she does bring an audience with her, which is like, I don't care where you come from. You bring an audience with you, that's great. One thing I saw online about her, okay, she's not on the Impact roster yet, but Dirty Dango is.
Well, speaking of roster, I know people are making comments that there was some changes already. It looks like since the show ended with the roster page.
I'm looking.
T. Hughes is saying it looks like Cardona, Delirious, and the major players have all been removed, but Brian Myers is there separately.
Well, Brian Myers, there was an announcement that he was
Resigned.
Oh, Matt Cardona is gone.
Now, once again, I know we're not really saying it. It's not official of any kind, but that episode definitely felt like a write-off of Matt Cardona, the way he was being treated. That's like get out of here.
It did. And that's one thing I said during the live reaction is we're going to have to see if there's one of those like, breaking news, similar to when EY was.
But the tough part is he was never signed. So it's just not bringing him in for another round.
Mm-hmm.
He technically didn't have a contract that ran out.
Yeah.
He had a handshake per date deal.
Yeah, and EY never even showed up in WWE yet, so I don't know what's going on there.
Well, that I think that was a contract running out, but this one is just because it was sort of kind of what they did. But like, remember, like it wasn't really known with even Chelsea at first, but you kind of got the impression we're not seeing her again. So I think my guess is some dirt sheet will probably say at some point tonight or tomorrow, Matt Cardona gone from Impact Wrestling.
Oh yeah, that'll come out before the morning.
Clickbait.
Yeah, right.
That's big.
Breaking news. So I mean, and if this is the last we're seeing of Matt Cardona, then I think he did. I can't complain one bit.
And I would imagine the door is open for him because he had fun. It looks like he had some fun going out. That's how it is.
Right. Yeah, especially doing that. And if we don't see any ill will on social media, then you know it was good. What?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Facts.
So, all right. So we continue here. Okay, so Steph DeLander and Jordynne Grace. Would you guys, number one, what'd you guys think of the promo and then the match with Jordynne Grace?
Knockout talk, Alicia. Let's get it.
But I mean, I didn't like the promo. I'm just gonna say straight out. I just didn't feel like it was a strong start for someone who's so relatively new to the Impact product, with no real buildup. And this might not have been. It was a good match, but it might not have been the match I would have preferably started her with. But overall, it was. I'd like to see more. I'm intrigued, basically. Because, again, I just know of her name. I'm not, familiar with any of her work or anything.
Right.
But as always, I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt. But I just would have done maybe a couple things slightly different.
I hear you. It's a sign that maybe she's not, putting pen to paper yet.
Well, I mean, and that's okay. That's totally fine. But I even believe on commentary, they mentioned that this isn't her last appearance with Impact. So even though visually we're not getting any confirmation on it, when you occasionally catch what commentary says, you have to kind of hold them to it. So I'm assuming that we're going to see more, especially because they did give her kind of a strong start. I mean, right to an ass kicking promo, and then a match with Jordynne Grace.
And that's nothing to sneeze at.
And she got smoked, so.
Well, she did hold her own.
Yeah,
I feel she did. It wasn't a squash by any means.
No, not at all. It carried very well. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah,
What?
and it's great to see.
Oh, she's Australian. She's
I was
Australian.
just gonna say it's great to see more international
Representation.
Yes, worldwide. Yes.
Yeah, it almost felt like this was similar. If you think about Josh Alexander, what he was
Mhm.
doing like for about a year, they'd bring in a lot of challengers off the roster. They'd maybe build them up over a set of tapings, and then Josh would kind of go through them at the end. I know Jordynne's not a champion right now, but with Mickie, like I can't say how much Jordynne has improved in the ring. Like her, Deanna, and Mickie, I think are probably the three of the best wrestlers, not just female wrestlers going today.
Yeah.
And Jordynne Grace is it's just unbelievable. Like that Grace driver she did on Steph. I'll tell you, every time I see that Grace driver, I think someone's not kicking out of that. And when I say not kicking out of that, I mean say bye-bye, because it is the most dangerous looking move on bigger people, and Steph's taller, because there's just no room. It's just like so tight, that window to do it. But it's crazy when that hits.
Jump up, drop down, and flip them at the same time. It's like,
yeah, that's a lot to accomplish in a short amount. But she is just so strong right now.
Yeah.
It is crazy. But hey, Ronan Blue with a little super sticker here.
Yeah,
appreciate it, Ronan.
Thank you. Says if she's on the roster, they should have fed her a job, girl. I agree with Alicia 1000%. Yeah, you never know.
And maybe even start her, like give her Alicia or someone, you know what I mean? Like we have people in the roster that aren't really doing anything. It's like even a match against Savannah, like something. And it even guaranteed the win, but I don't know. It's just... It
is interesting, though, but...
Win or lose, I felt like it was a good
show. Yeah. That's why I hope I don't sound like I'm being too critical, but yeah.
No, it's all right.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
You know who agrees with that super sticker? The coach.
Impact Wrestling!
Thank you, coach. So, big win for Jordynne Grace. Matt Cardona getting his stuff chucked outside. We talked about that before. Gia Miller, then backstage with Josh Alexander. Now, this was, I wasn't expecting this. This actually turned out to be kind of cool. Mr. Kenny, King, walks up to the champ, and he's like, oh,
well, after his promo last week, remember in the ring when he was kind of calling out anybody with a title, this was good to see. It's kind of the follow-up. Like he wasn't just talking in the ring last time. He's actually going after these champions.
Mm.
He is, and it's and then he started smack talking Rich Swann, and he wasn't even there to defend himself. But then Rich Swann appeared. He's like, what's that? What's that? You're talking about me now? And
get my name out your mouth.
Yeah,
love
exactly. That. And he actually sucker punched Kenny King, which was shocking. Man. Hey, Ashley in the chat. Good to see you.
Oh, yeah. Hope you enjoyed Revolver.
The TNI Fams indie show is going to be tomorrow night. It had some technical difficulties, but I will be posting it tomorrow night. Just an update for those of you, and please check out the indie show.
Fry Bay.
Fry Bay, yes. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night. So good to see you, Ash. So I don't know if that means that we're going to get like a Kenny King, Rich Swann match next week. I know they announced some stuff. I might have missed something. Did they already announce that?
I don't think they announced that. But they announced a few matches, but I don't think they announced that. But hey, give me more Kenny King in the main event. Not out of place.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's good. Win or lose. He's a pro. He's great to see. Can't lose him.
Oh, what line did he what did he there was when he was talking to Josh, he was just going through some stuff and he threw one line out there that was and somebody in the chat, Critical Sting, I'm looking at you on this. But he gave like an insult to him. And I don't know what it was.
How his wife wore the pants in the relationship?
Yeah, they called you like puffle ass or something. It's some kind of weird comment.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what? Kenny, you're crazy.
Funny.
You're late.
Alicia's cat's trying to talk to Oreo.
We have cat communication right now.
It's a catastrophe. We keep rolling.
J-Bone, he'll be here all week. Try the fish.
Try the fish. The pork is not on the menu this week. Killer Kelly.
Thing, they did announce it. They did announce King Swann next week.
Oh, thank you. Well, there you go.
That's going to be a good match.
Yeah. Ashes says, "Where's Oreo?" Well, if you wait a minute, you'll hear her screaming in the background. She's around here.
She's wildin'.
She's
letting us know all her opinions on wrestling.
She's chiming in.
See?
Yeah, there she is. She's like, "Yep." Killer Kelly tagging for the first time with Taylor
Witchy Wilde.
Witchy Wilde, Taylor Wilde.
It's not Taylor Wilde anymore. It's Witchy Wilde. Get it right.
Oh, okay. So she's getting some of that.
I've changed her name. It's official. Don't tell Impact. They won't know what you're talking about.
I gotcha.
But make a sign, Witchy Wilde. I'm just going to say that I am completely biased about this match. This was great all around, and anyone could have won, and I would have thought it was dope because I roll with all the women.
It was really tough to pick a side in this because
who's the heel? Who's the face? What are we doing here, bub? Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
So Death Dollz versus Killer Kelly and Taylor Wilde. So, but this time, Death Dollz is represented by Taya, Valkyrie, and Rosemary with JesSICKa outside. So, changing it up a little bit. Always great to see.
Ow.
Can't be Freebird, and if you're not Freebird.
Exactly. Gotta have those Freebird rules going. So, interesting match because Killer Kelly and Taylor Wilde never seemed to be really on the same page because Taylor Wilde was always sifting through the cards.
Are you saying it wasn't in the cards?
I don't think it was in the cards. And we find out by the end of the match that's exactly what the problem was. It wasn't in the cards because Taylor Wilde drew the devil card. I don't know what the devil card is, but apparently it's all sorts of bad news. Alicia, you know anything about that devil card?
No comment.
Oh, no.
Well, I think I know somebody that might know a little something about that card.
Who's booked this?
Oh,
exactly.
Speaking of the Sinister Minister, we get the comeback of the Sinister Minister after this match. Right after Taylor Wilde draws the devil card, doesn't tag in when Killer Kelly needed her the most, giving the Death Dollz the win in this match. Mm-hmm. Then we hear the ever classic Sinister Minister music from the NWA. Yes, Father James Mitchell appears.
The Disciples of the New Church music.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. I couldn't remember what the staple was. But yeah, so he talks about how he's pretty unhappy that Rosemary hasn't talked to her father in a while. And we don't want to piss off the father. And, well, because of all this, he says he's going to put
He's going to cast a hex on the Death Dolls.
On the Death Dolls. And Alicia, who comes out?
Allison Kay and Marty Bell.
Formerly of NWA?
Well,
Formerly Impact.
Impact.
One as Sienna and the other as she was Marty Bell in the dollhouse.
From the doll.
A different dollhouse.
Sienna / Allison Kay, former Knockouts champion.
This is true.
So exciting.
Very exciting.
I freaked out. Like, I feel like it's been a while since I verbally out loud had a reaction to what I was watching on the screen, and it was a genuine surprise. Like, I was dead ass expecting Sue, and we got Allison and Marty, and I think that was an even compensation, but we still want Sue.
We still want Sue, but we got the hex. Yeah.
I think it's very interesting that they are linking Hex with the Undead Realm train of thought. We're getting to a point where a good half of our roster, our female roster, is from the Undead Realm.
It's that Undead Realm is just exploding with knockouts.
Well, to Hellmouth. I also want to point out that Father James Mitchell said to Havoc, he made a reference in regards to her old persona. I can't remember it verbatim, but I thought that was really cool too.
Oh, when JesSICKa was Havoc.
Yes, said like,
did you notice that Taya put her hands over Jessica's ears?
I didn't see that part, but
yeah.
Too bad she didn't have the earmuffs.
Right, la 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 la. You know here. Thank you, Bell's boy.
Thank you, Bell's boy. Mercedes Moné being challenged by Speedball on Twitter. The Hex and Impact. Ace and Bay versus Time Machine and No Surrender. Deanna possibly turning face. One in the name of Uncle Mark is going on here.
That's wild.
That's gonna be what in the name of Uncle Mark?
Hit him with the Impact Wrestling.
Oh, God,
Scott.
Impact Wrestling. Coach, tell him what he's won.
Impact Wrestling!
He's won some awesome wrestling
soundbite.
So yeah, and I know, Alicia, I know you're not big on the whole contract, but I am curious. Are the Hex like sticking around? Are they on loan from NWA? They are former NWA Women's Tag Team Champs. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
So I am curious on their status, but the Oreo is beyond.
We know they're here for right now.
Yes. So however long.
Let's enjoy it.
Let's enjoy it. Exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth. So, great segment. Can't wait to see what's next. Yeah, big fan of both Allison Kay and Marty Bell. Kushida is then backstage with Motor City Machine Guns having a little reunion, and then they get interrupted by the Bullet Club. Oh, Oreo got quiet with the Bullet Club. She's like, not a fan. Not a fan of the Bullet Club.
Oh, not too sweet.
Ace and Bay. No, not too sweet, apparently, with her. Finding out that in Vegas, there is going to be a match going down. Said it was going to be Bullet Club versus the Time Machine. But there was someone missing. Can't have 3 versus 2. They are getting Kenta from the New Japan realm. It's all these realms, dog. Sorry. Yeah. Bullet Club with Kenta. Jeez Louise. Can't wait for this.
Good stuff.
That's just So that's happening in Vegas. That's where No
Vegas,
Surrender is.
No Surrender. That's
Yes.
going to be real interesting to see. Obviously, we don't know the full card yet, but where that gets placed on the card. Is that an opener? Is that I got to imagine Impact Plus, just hopefully no issues that night with Impact Plus, because I'm guessing the bandwidth's going to be tested that night. Like that might be, remember the Kenny Omega Impact Pluses that were kind of getting a little crazy? I think we could see the same thing happen here.
Could be. So next we got now this is another to get into the contenders match at No Surrender. PCO versus Shira. They do mention that Brian Myers won the first one at the start of the night. And then there's going to be 2 matches next week, I believe.
But what do you think before this? We had Eddie Edwards trying to pull his $1 million man and offer Shira a payoff.
I didn't write that one down. I apologize.
But he was going, everybody's got a price for diehard Eddie Edwards.
That's classic. So yeah, trying to get Shira to do some of his dirty work.
You don't want to do his dirty work.
He's going to have to deal with PCO down the road somewhere. He don't want to do that. So PCO doing just crazy PCO things versus Shira. What'd you think, though?
I'm a huge PCO fan. So it's good seeing PCO back. And then once again, the guy, no regard for his body. At his age, just
PCO salt.
That PCO salt, always great. And this is going to be leading into something with Eddie at some point, even further. So I'm here for it. PCO definitely missed him when he wasn't around. Adds another dynamic to the show where you get a little bit of everything in Impact. You get your traditional, you get your high flyers, you get your knockouts, but you get something like PCO, the Undead Realm, all these characters. So good seeing PCO advance. It's going to be interesting. How this is kind of working out here. So far we got Myers and PCO.
And PCO. And next week we are going to get 2 more matches to fill out the 4-way #1 contenders match for No Surrender. We are getting Steve Macklin versus Rhino and Eddie Edwards versus Heath. Can't wait for both of those. Should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
And no matter how predictable you may think it is, hey, it's wrestling. Let's enjoy it.
Right, you never know.
So, Bell's Boy says, Kenta and Impact, somebody check my pulse. Yes, well, while you're checking your pulse, make sure you go check Shop Impact. The Kenta t-shirt just dropped.
Oh, it did. And while you're doing that, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us to get all that content, J-Bone.
Hell yeah.
As we head in to No Surrender.
Yes. We're covering it all.
Well, when you don't want to cover it all, J-Bone, you can use our sponsor, Manscaped. Because with Manscaped, you can let it all be free and not covered.
This is true.
Unnecessary hair and such.
And less nicks.
Down there, you don't want them. So.
No.
Promo code TNI for 20% off and free shipping. You got to do it.
I enjoy it all the time. Using Manscaped products. I mean, anyways. No nicks on the. Anyways. Kids show. Sorry. Brian Meyer backstage starting to dare I say, Bill, sing the praises of Joe Hendry while he's eating shrimp cocktail?
That shrimp cocktail may have went to his head.
It's what's in the sauce?
Although, who knows? You know those guys, they love their figs. Maybe Joe Hendry gave him a real valuable fig. Maybe that's the great conspiracy going on.
Oh, is there a custom Joe Hendry figure out there? And maybe Brian Myers got a hold of it and like fell over. Oh man. So yeah, this definitely upset Matt Cardona as he's about to head out to the main event for the night. Drove him over the edge. Certainly didn't send him to the ring with a good zen feeling. I don't
know if he was always ready tonight.
Yeah, he just was hitting barrier after barrier, and then to lose the support of your buddy over shrimp cocktail. Bill, what are we doing?
I'll tell you, if he just would have waited to Vegas, you can get some cheap, very cheap shrimp cocktails out there.
How's that Vegas shrimp cocktail?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little Vegas shrimp cocktail. Get a nice steak, a shrimp cocktail.
Are you going back for the shrimp cocktail, Bill?
I might get due to tonight's events. I might have to have a shrimp cocktail while I'm out there. And then I'll do a little picture, maybe a little toast to Matt Cardona. Wish you were here, pal.
Wish you were here, and then make sure it's with poolside Penzer.
Oh, there you go.
A little shrimp cocktail.
Me and Penzer did talk about possibly, I think, hitting that restaurant that has the shrimp cocktail special. So maybe.
Oh, there you go. Have one for me too. So look at it. Justin Miller in the chat. Love me some shrimp cocktail. See, who doesn't love a little shrimp cocktail? There we go. So
they got to be the big shrimps, though. You can't get the little shrimps on those cocktails.
Oh, I'll take whatever shrimp I can get. I love shrimp. Sadly, you only get it around Christmas time, though. But yeah, we're on to the main event now. Matt Cardona versus Joe Hendry for that DMC Digital Media Championship.
The big one.
Well, it's I wish Alicia was back here to talk about it, but I guess we got to limit our Joe Hendry talk when she's around. She seems a little shook.
She may have known. She may have known this was on the horizon, and she fears Joe Hendry.
She wanted to duck out before. Well, I don't know.
Or Joe Hendry may have got her.
Oh boy! Oh no! Wait. Let's ask her. You okay?
Right.
She's back. She's back for the main.
My ears must have been tingling at the mention of Joe Hendry.
Oh, yes. Before we get in too deep into Joe Hendry, actually, Alicia will approve of this because we did something got skipped over here, and we can't forget because there was a lot of backstage, but we had Callahan and Frankie get into it backstage. Well, Frankie goes to Callahan like, what's the deal? What's the deal with these design dopes? What are you doing? Are you? And he hints at that are you trying to do something here? Like, are you just messing with us pretty much? But then Diener and company come in and pretty much say, no, you got to talk to me. And then Frankie calls him. Well, Big Con gets in Kaz's face.
Oh.
And he says, hey, if Dad's okay with it, i.e. Diener, maybe we go at it and no surrender. So I don't think that's confirmed yet, but it looks like we might have Frankie versus Big Con.
Should be a cool match.
Speaking of Kaz also has a new shirt on shopimpact.com.
Everybody's getting shirts.
Oh,
You get a shirt. You get a
You
shirt.
get a shirt.
You get a shirt, and there is a sale. I'm sorry, I just laughed at the scumbag shirt. We'll have to get one
You know
of those
what?
for
I
the-
haven't seen the scumbag shirt. I don't think at an event yet, a live event.
Moose is
Although-
getting some good merch.
If anyone in the last week got the email from Impact Wrestling and took the most recent survey, they did give out some $25 gift certificates. So, which is about enough for a shirt. So if you did that, you may have a almost free shirt or a free shirt on her. You could nab yourself one. So maybe
I did not see this.
I did do the survey. So maybe a scumbag shirt is in my future.
Ooh,
Should get one for Kyle.
definitely, yeah.
He does need.
And then we can put like a tape label above it says a former or recovering scumbag.
Well,
Or recover.
It's not all negative anymore.
Because I like scumbags.
Good egg.
Kyle's
Always
good.
has been. Always has been.
We love Kyle. Kyle, wish you were here.
Pop in when school's out, bro.
Oh yeah, damn kids. I'm kidding.
Kaylon and
Your buddy Kyle.
Kaylon and
Your buddy Kyle.
The early
Russo.
days of TNI. Who was that other guy who's like your buddy Kyle? Who's
I
that?
have no clue who that is.
That's what I'm saying. There was a point in Impact, Total Nuts Up Impact's history where we were just interviewing people.
Yeah.
Well, that,
I mean,
well,
you
that-
got to start somewhere.
I know Kyle told me who that was. I think it was some social media celebrity guy, but
Oh, like an influencer?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like someone from his neck of the woods.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone from
Maybe a radio guy. Who knows?
Ah.
Oh, there it is.
So-
There it is. Trevor Wallace. That is the name.
Thank you,
No
Critical
clue
Sting.
what
Look
it
at that.
does, but that is
Look
it.
at the-
Once I
look at
heard
the
it again.
brain on Sting. Nice. All right. So cautiously ask Alicia, what did you think about the main event?
It was a main eventy. I don't really remember what happened. I stopped taking notes after the match with
Well, I'll
when
tell you
Hex
what.
came out.
It did seem like, even though Matt Cardona he had a horrible night leading up to this, and it looked like he was just lost out there. He
Mhm.
started the match hot.
Yeah.
Like he hit the finisher in like the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like it was gonna be like, is it upset city here? But
Radio silence. Bam.
radio silence immediately, but does not get it. And some back and forth, obviously. But,
He jinxed himself almost. It's like
Yeah.
whoever does their finisher first
so
loses the match.
but obviously this was not going to be Matt Cardona's night.
Dude.
We saw this coming, and it did not end well for him. So Joe Hendry retains, but it almost feels like the writing's on the wall that, at least for now, it is radio silence for Matt Cardona in Impact Wrestling.
Too soon? No. Well, he even gets betrayed by Brian Myers because he misses a move there. Poor guy.
He does.
He gets a spear for his troubles, and then also here's
He gets no respect.
that number one hit. I hear it broke iTunes. I heard iTunes had to like restart because iTunes
Is that now your
just went
ringtone?
fluid. It may be. It may be.
Well, thank you to Morales here for the super sticker. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yes. Much
And
love.
you know who else appreciates it? The coach appreciates it.
Impact Wrestling!
Always does.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Thank you for all the support tonight. So yeah, Moose, Spears, Matt. All I put was LOL. Hit the music. Hit the music for Joe Hendry. And it's yeah. It'll always
You're a
be
scumbag.
Oh, jeez.
Until next time.
Until we see ye again. Oh, Matt Cardona.
Oh, it could be the start of a long weekend for.
He's got to make the rounds, huh?
That's what he does, man. He's the king of the indies.
He's about to face the NWA champion, Tyrus. And that Tyrus.
That Tyrus. Back to EC3's bodyguard.
Yes. It's where he deserves to go. So yeah, whatever Matt Cardona's future is, I'm here for it. He's great. He had a great run at Impact Wrestling. What else to say about him?
No,
great podcaster.
He did, yeah, and he brought a lot of eyes. He's very like his social media influence is the reach there, the podcast. Like, and then obviously we know him and Myers worked on a figure deal that's going to be happening with some wrestlers with Impact. So I think he did play, even though he was never under a contract, a big part in the company. And once again, he was there every round of tapings. So I think once Chelsea left, we probably all thought about how much longer is Matt going to stick around. But we'll see. I don't think it's a closed door. My guess is maybe he might have some other focus, depending on where he obviously he's doing some stuff in NWA this weekend. Obviously, he has done a lot of stuff in GCW, so maybe he has a storyline that's going to commit him to some stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see him again in the near future.
Yeah, you never know. Wrestling's a crazy universe.
Yeah, unless you're going to get signed, but he doesn't seem like the type that really wants to sign anywhere. But if he does get signed, then obviously not. But as long as he's not signed, I think there's always a possibility of a return.
Yeah. I'm sure with what he did, the kind of business he did with Impact Wrestling, if you leave on good terms, Scott will always keep that door open down the road. So.
Yeah. See you down the road, Matt.
See you down the road, Matt.
So long, not goodbye.
Yep. It's not goodbye. It's see you later. Oh, Oreos.
But until then, we'll always have the music.
To me, you will always be Edge's bitch.
Yeah, what's up with your cat, bro?
That's the Oreo remix.
Someone's got to clip that from the show.
That damn cat. Singing the hits. It's not karaoke, it's karaoke. Anyways. So yeah, that is tonight's show. Any other thoughts from this?
Entertaining 2 hours tonight. Obviously a good amount of stuff, depending on what you're looking for, but I think from a casual wrestling fan to an Impact diehard, the debuts, the surprises, like obviously the Kenta announcement, you almost passed out earlier tonight. Then obviously the return of the Hex. I know Alicia was loving that. I'm loving that.
Yes.
So a lot of good stuff. A lot of
Approved.
crazy Steve angles. The PCO's back. Joe Hendry, either you're motivated or you're fearing for your life. So a lot of things going on in Impact. No Surrender really shaping up. The announcement of the New Japan joint show at WrestleCon. So a lot of good things to look forward to right now. And Deputy Dango may or may not be a deputy.
It's questionable.
Love that Deputy Dango. But if it's up to Santina Marella, he's going to say no.
Leave it to the professionals.
Yes, absolutely. Wait, are you saying that Dango wasn't a professional?
No, I'm saying the accent.
Oh. That was aimed at me? Oh, damn. Okay. All right. So, what a rip. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Bill, let them know where they can find you.
They could find me mainly for social media on the Twitter at my name, William M. Gardner, or can find me, let's see, at a show near you. So upcoming Impact shows, maybe Philly area shows, New Jersey, you never know, maybe New York. But there's some good stuff coming up. So it'll be busy. Last weekend was busy, but it will continue. But I know where what I'll be watching Sunday evening, and that's the big game, J-Bo. That's the Super Bowl. That's my Philadelphia Eagles going for the World Championship. So let's go Eagles Sunday.
Good luck to them.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs and former coach Andy Reid. So should be a good one. But Alicia, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and in the Discord under the handle Alicia B. Yeah.
And what do you do in that Discord?
Oh, yeah, I judge everybody from a lurking position. Yeah. I judge like a displeased God.
Oh, Hassan, not a fan of the Eagles there. Says, let's go Chiefs.
Nobody likes the Eagles.
Well, as the great Jason Kelsey once said, they don't like us and we don't care.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a great way to put it. And we say that to anyone that don't like us too. But no, we love our audience. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for all the love and support that you gave us tonight through bits or the super stickers or super chats and all that lovely stuff. But you know what you got to do on your way out. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our content hits your screen. We're out of here, folks. Have a good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.